let's see. Half a tank. Gas right there. An hour to sleep. Oh, we have a... We actually see how much damage we have on our truck on the thing now, too. Okay, that's nice. I don't think it has to be there all the time. Maybe just when it's damaged, but hey! And I see how much money I have. I see all the information I used to have before they... And we show how much we made in 7 days. Okay, we're showing our current profit rates. Okay, let's get a job. So, hello, World Wide Web. I'm Dr. Shado, personality tester, and welcome.
Who's that lurking over there?
Thank you for the lurk. Thank you. We can bring 18 tons of fresh fish down to Turkey. 39 euros a kilometer. That's not bad. What do they got coming? 38 a kilometer? Oulu, what do they got coming out of there? 43 a kilometer for an excavator. I'd like to see if I could go up to Evalo, honestly. This goes to Kusamo. Not bad per kilometer. Turkeys don't eat fish, though. I mean... Hello, Anthony Watson. Hello. So... Ozani... Or... Kayani. Gotta remember my proper Finnish pronunciations. 22-ton log harvester. Let's go for that. Get some gas along the way. Here we go. Like the VR UI, or the UI in general, probably is just a lot better in the last updates. I mean, those two things aren't necessarily mutually exclusive, United Chaos. Whoa! Sir, do you not see the big fucking truck coming down your way? Okay, 45 minutes to get there. We don't need to Texas truck it up. Good to know. Brakes! Oh, we don't have a trailer for the trailer brake to work. Okay, I gotta move these out of my lap. Okay. There we go. Why is it red over here? What kind of fucking... There we go. Okay. 60 over here. Okay. Yeah. Alright, more insurance fraud. They're like, big truck company, they'll pay out. They can't stop, and whoever's behind, they got the liability. I was like, yeah, well, could also just hit the one on the right too. Then we don't have to worry about the lawsuit at all, do we? Good, Finland Cataclysm. Been a while, everything all right? Yes, it has. Nah, not really, but I mean, trying to get things back in order, like, technically Sunday's supposed to be a day off based on normal schedule, but hey, we haven't exactly been on normal schedule for a while, so fuck it. I'm like, hey, let's hop in the truck, grab a brew, do some deliveries. And by grab a brew, I also mean drink it, so I'm gonna have to do this real carefully here. There we go. It looks like since the big UI overhaul, this patch has seen quite a few UI improvements, so that's nice. Thank you, United Chaos. I'm hoping to get the dang next review out soonish. I mean, like, I'm looking at it like, it's been a while. It's been a while since I sent them the counter notification, but like, shouldn't they have figured it out by now? I don't know. Okay, let's get this going. Got a big-ass, heavy-ass log hauler ass. The VR not too dizzy? It's a lot better if you're playing it. If you're watching someone else play VR, it can be kind of nauseating. But one of the things that really helps in general in VR is just having a cage around your head, and the truck cab works wonders for that. One thing that I find kind of annoying is that, like many VR experiences, the mirrors don't look like mirrors. They look like little monitors. They don't have any depth perception to them. They still work better in this than a lot of games. But I would really like it if a VR experience actually had proper mirrors with depth perception. Looks like I got a little mini roundabout at the end here. Let's tag that little bit of gravel. Missed the whole answer to the question due to a dead. The vid that's got a pause on it, United Chaos. That would be the Borderlands movie review, which I myself, as a film critic by trade, gamer by passion, and Borderlands fan by choice, had a hell of a lot to say about. Yeah, let's just take it 45 out of here. I don't want to take this any faster down this gravel. It's given me a lot of time to rethink my title for the video. I had called it Borderlands Movie Review, Pandora's Box Office. But I think maybe instead I'll call it Borderlands Movie Review, Crab Trap. Ah, frick. Stalled. Come on, Betsy. Officer, you're gonna have to stop. Sir! We do wide turns over here. I am not responsible for the other people's stupidity. Okay. Only my own. Oh, now we show the... Okay, it shows the truck damage and the trailer damage and the goods damage all at once now. Okay. I still feel like... Oh. Oh, wrong one. Okay. I still feel like the health bars shouldn't really appear until they're relevant. Like, if it's a 0% damage, you don't have to keep telling me that I have no damage. I could just not see the bar and understand I'm fine. Like, that's where I would make the change. Ah, my arm. I got a bit of an injury I'm trying to heal from, not doing a very good job. Yeah, this patch, they supposedly did a bit more work on the audio departments. Try and make traffic sound more like realistic traffic. Okay, we got 9 hours to deliver this. I got 9 hours until I get... Oh, no. I didn't realize this. We're gonna have to Texas truck this. We're not gonna... I mean, if we sleep, we'll be late. Oh, wait, no. We have 4 hours to get there. Oh, jeez. I'm a stupid... Okay, we don't have to Texas truck this. We're fine. We're estimated to arrive in 4 hours. We have 9 hours until we're late, and we have 9 hours until we have to sleep. Okay. Okay. I remember how to play. You got me starting on a frickin' incline with 22 tons of bullshit on my trailer. Oh, that is a nice, tight little turn there. Oh, of course. Ah, crap. Come on, Betsy. Come on, what's going on? Come on, go forward. Forward. What the... I don't even see it really caught on the dang thing there, so... God. It's fucking Spotify's useless fucking
But it was all just a dream.
Shuffle again at work. Could I go one stream without hearing this song? I've got 4,000 fucking songs on this playlist. I set it to shuffle. I expect to hear different songs. Spotify, they're like, no, we know how to shuffle better than a shuffle. We'll just play the same shit over and over again. It's like, that's literally the opposite of why I have 4,000 songs set on this playlist. And thank you for the sub, Lady Knight. Thank you, thank you. So I'm thinking of just canceling my Spotify because I'm fucking sick and tired of the bullshit with it. Like, why am I paying for this shit? Oh yeah, I'm paying because I got tired of the ads while I was trying to stream. Like, extra. God damn it! Fucking incline. The extra ads coming from the music player while I'm trying to... If you count that, I swear, I'm in the intersection before it went red. Oh. Okay. What did I do to Betsy? I don't know. It said I got caught in the corner there, but I was looking at the mirror and I was like a foot away from the corner. Like, I expected to scrape along a bit, and I think I was, but based on the visuals, I was just looking at it like, I visually was not actually contacting it, and it was there like, you're stuck. There's a big wall in the way. I'm like, what the fuck kind of wall? And they know. Just go, Betsy. He's like, I can't do it, big wall. On the plus side, it didn't count that as any kind of damage. I was just constantly crashing into a wall. No big deal. Now, while things have been rough for the last few weeks, I have still been trying to get as much work done as I can on Convent Chronicles Revelation. I'm awaiting the word from Steam in regards to, is this... do we agree with the ratings you have given this, or are there problems here, there, or there? Of course, in the meantime, big discourse online is all the reactions to Mixtape. And it's got me wondering about playing Mixtape myself, but the reasoning behind that is because, number one, from what I've seen of Mixtape, it doesn't look particularly engaging. But number two, I did play The Artful Escape, and I do remember liking it. But I'm looking at it like, well, The Artful Escape made me actually think about things, and everything I've seen about Mixtape, it is very much against the idea of you thinking about anything. You're not allowed to actually stop and think about things at all. The best thing about the game that I can figure out, based on what I've seen, is the use of music that has already existed before, so they didn't necessarily earn that. They're riding the coattails of it, but even that is kind of ruined when the protagonist decides every single fucking time to break the fourth wall and explain to you how you're supposed to think about it. It's like, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up, bitch. Let me think about this myself. Give me a chance to think. So if the point of art is to make you think, then Mixtape absolutely fails spectacularly. It goes against the norm that way by doing everything possible to prevent you from thinking. Don't look into anything even remotely close to an uncomfortable topic. Don't explore themes. Do everything 100% in accordance with how things are supposed to be, based on today's standards, not from the 90s. Don't actually even do very good research on the 90s. Don't get the slang right. Have no idea how cassette tapes work. Like audio cassettes. It's really quite astonishing to see. But, like, I haven't sat down and experienced it myself. I mean, based on what I've seen, I probably can just watch a stream of Mixtape and get effectively the same experience as buying it. But the big problem is, of course, the fact that there's just this massive push from games media, like 10 out of 10, perfect genre, generation-defining experience. And at best, I'm looking at it like, this game looks like about a 6. It's like polished, it's got nice music, and for the people who it'll appeal to very well, but it's really not going to it's not going to change any minds outside of its genre.
Hello, World Wide Web.
Hello, thanks for the raid, but thank you. Need to turn it into Euro Trucker Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal VR. That... Now, you know, VR needs some good fucking games. VR needs some killer fucking apps, and oh my god, I would love a Twisted Metal VR game. Of course, I was more of a Vigilante 8 guy, but, you know... That's because I had a Dreamcast and not a PlayStation, really. Well, I did have a I didn't get as many PlayStation things, though. I was still always a Sega kid at heart. Digital 88 was smooth as butter on that Dreamcast. Yeah. But I do remember playing The Artful Escape, and I do remember liking The Artful Escape, but I also remember when I played The Artful Escape, it actually made me think about things. So, I feel like going, and I feel like what I should do is play Mixtape and replay The Artful Escape and kind of compare and contrast. Crazy Super Sub Games. If you miss 14 days unconnected, use all your games you buy digitally. I didn't hear about that. That sounds like I'm missing some context. Like, it can't be that egregiously anti-consumer, can it? Don't like having my hair tied back like that for so long. Yeah, my hair's ratty right now, but I need to relax. Oy. Even for offline needs, jeez. Drinking Yangling? Oh yeah. Really pissed off. The Walmart in my town stopped carrying Yangling. When I was talking about my little concern before that I saw it on clearance in Walmart, yeah, my concerns were fucking validated, because now they ain't no spot left for it. They're like, sorry, fuck you if you want Yangling. And I'm like, well, it just so happens that's my beer. You bastards. Why you stop carrying it? I know you sold plenty of it to me. Because people were buying a game, going offline, refunding game, and still playing it. The online check is once only. Well, that just sounds like a problem with the service. One day, you're young, hip, vibrant, and powerful. Then you're over 30, complaining they changed how the supermarket is arranged. But to be fair, when I was under 30, I was complaining how the supermarket was arranged, but that's because I worked at it. You can't just keep changing where I put shit. I got used to it, and then you change it, and then you're upset that I'm not as fast as I used to be. Well, maybe stop changing where my shit goes, and I'll be able to get good at it. Haven't finished a successful delivery just yet, but working on it. We're heading from Finland to Finland. I had a chance to drive down to Turkey, but I really want to get more of Finland driven. Just, you know, I like my time spent in Finland. Why do stores do that anyway? I have no idea. I worked at one. It just, every now and again, they're like, oh, by the way, we just changed how this is arranged. Like, why? We did. Just put the shit where it goes now. It's like, I was putting the shit where it goes. Now don't go there anymore. Yoki. Ietarira. Oyolano. Soyolano? Fin oil. Ah. to get customers walking around so they buy more shit. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Customers who come in and know what they want and where it is will go there, grab it, and leave. Customers who think they know where it is will go there, find something else, maybe want that, and then have to look around for what they want, in which case they'll find a bunch of other things that maybe they'll want. Ha-ha! Glorious! Oy. I fucking hate corporate, like, fucking algorithmically refined bullshit so much. Horvi. Beautiful sight, like Finland, beautiful country. Look at it. You could just tell the air here must smell wonderful, except for all the diesel fumes I'm pumping out. How's the Convent Chronicles project? I've got the review build uploaded to Steam. I've sent it to the Steam review team to hopefully get them to approve it, and if not, I'm gonna have to do another back and forth trying to convince them, most likely, that yet again, no, this is not pornography. Because I had that wonderful back and forth with the Steam team when it came to getting the demo approved. They kept asking for all kinds of extra, like, we need to quickly access this, we need to quickly access that. Skip ahead to everything, and I'm like, guys, it's like, the demo's an hour long. Everything you can just go through and, like, see in full context. They're like, oh no, we need saves to this, that. Oh, okay, and I finally gave them all the stuff that they asked for, and then they were like, okay, well, you're gonna have to mark this as primarily about nudity. And I'm like, but it's not. So eventually that pushback, they did relent and like, okay, well, it has themes of drinking and occasional discussions and such of sexuality. Well, yeah, that's fair, it does. But it's not primarily about nudity. It's primarily a drama. Whoa, brakes! Okay. Whew. Hey fellas, I got your big thing. You wanted this thing? I got your thing. I didn't even break it when I crashed it. Great, very sturdy. Okay, I'm not allowed to do away to you need. I think if I change something in the config file, I can do that. But this is an articulated trailer, so it's like, no, we're not gonna. Just turn a bit to the left. Go right. Okay, yeah, sure. How would I rate the amount of penetration on a scale of 5 to 10? Just about. Boom. Woo. Okay. So what do we got coming out of this town? 55 Going down to Denmark? 55 euros a kilometer. That's pretty sweet. Do we have anything going up further into Finland? That goes down Finland, the part that I haven't been. Only 13 euros a kilometer, though. Oh, God, that's bad. And that is just too good. All right, let's get the job. I gotta make my own movie. What would it be? Horror, slasher, action, drama. I've got ideas for a horror movie. I haven't actually gotten the chance to sit down and try and construct it. But I have ideas. Though most of my ideas were just like, what am I capable of? What could I do that would be cheap, but scary and fun? There's a Queen Tara. She's right up here, if you can see her. She's taken a liking to sitting on the back of the chair. She also tore the fuck out of it. Well, Dobby mostly tore the fuck out of it, but Tara has helped. It was a nice chair when I got it. It lasted about a week. The cats absolutely, completely wrecked it. In 2 weeks' time, my very nice, comfortable chair got more damaged than my couch has been from the cats in years. It's like, what the? Throw us for a loop and make it found footage? Oh, that I couldn't do that. Hey guys, I hear you got something you're paying a lot of money for me to haul. Hell yeah. Yeah. What is this piece of shit? That's going even further and paying so much worse because you pay like 10%. Or I guess they pay 15% or something. But the point is, fuck that! I'll take the expensive job. There we go. All right. Get this puppy moving. Well, how's our gas? Okay, we got 3/4 of a tank. We're good. Give me, come through. Why you gotta drop the speed limit to 40 immediately, you bastards? Sir, I'm right here. Cutting me off, piece of shit. God damn it. Whew. A crazy trucker who gets motherfucking chainsaw hands. Oh, that reminds me of the other story that I was thinking of. We got a whole story of Betsy. Whole long psychological horror tale. But that's really something that would be best done in video game form. Whoa! Woohoo! Olu! Excellent overdrive, pristine. I don't know exactly how to describe the horror, the psychological horror of Betsy. It's more just based on the little discussions that we've had on stream. Is that a tree growing out of the road? I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. This isn't Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. What the hell was that? We got 62 hours, 30 hours of travel time. Well, kind of like that, Joven. That was sort of where a lot of the basis came from, was our SnowRunner man lore. But then, it just kind of... like, things just snowballed, and we just got a great idea of how it could work towards just this amazing moment of psychological horror. And I'm like, I like this. I like it a lot. Make it about a crazy trucker. Yeah, I read that one. A lot of the idea and a lot of the themes and such were put together in that one song that I made, "The World We Make." The guy's so happy that, you know, the world ended, but him and his trucker powers, he has worked hard to help put it back together, and in the meantime keeps getting like flashes of vision of the destroyed world. And effectively the question is the world the beautiful world he has helped recreate, or did he never actually recreate anything and everything is still completely fucked? Always with your damn speed limit going down and then up. And then roundabout. hours until we gotta take a nap. Plenty of time for me. But yeah, I've been working on the polish for Comic Chronicles since I had made the first draft way back when. And so I've been reconstructing from start to finish a rough draft. And so I've got to go over all of that again. The polish and fix up a few scenes here and there, make sure that things are as, written as well as I am capable of. And then from there, I'm gonna have to do the, spell checker and word count run. Then I can say, okay, here it is ready. And along the way, of course, polishing up and fixing up errors in the images that I find, adding and fixing sound effects along the way, all that fun stuff. Then I can finally get that up, and then I can start working on trying to make the Japanese and Brazilian Portuguese language translations, such. Though, based on the fact that I am assuming that the game is not going to set the world on fire and sell 1 million copies out the gate, I'm probably going to have to rely on AI for the translations. Which is sad, but on the other hand, I've heard that in Brazil, evidently some of the localizers there are about as good as the localizers in America, so maybe having to rely on AI for the localization is going to be a blessing in disguise. Got into an accident that made him lose his hand, so he's had his chainsaws to them and seeks vengeance on all the people who got in his way while he was trucking. Gotta have an ambiguous ending for the viewer to decide if the world the driver sees is real or imagined. Well, I got an idea for an ambiguous ending that I love, and I would hope to be able to work my way towards that, but it's like one of those things where during the process of creating the entire experience, when you get back to that ending, the one that you had the idea for in the first place, if it doesn't work anymore, you gotta acknowledge that and figure out what ending you should have. If you just got a cheesy phoned-in ending that's like, no one's gonna like that. But well, it's not like I had much of a choice. You hit me there with the yellow light as soon as I'm coming up on it like that, and you got the yellow light that switches to red just like that, and then it's like, well, fuck you. And it's like, motherfucker, I was coming here booking at the fucking speed limits. There was no way.
Breaking the law, asshole!
What am I supposed to do? Slow down on a green light just in case it turns red? Scandinavia. Beautiful place. Smells nice. Lots of heavy metal. Hey, both wine. Hello, hello. For your aunt since it's Mother's Day? Yeah, it works. Guys, speed limit's 80. Guys, speed... Oh, okay, speed limit's 60 now, but, you know, it was 80 for a bit there. It's 80 again. We're good. Fuck. Roundabout. Might I review the Cube movies? I'm not sure what the Cube movies are. Sir, do you not see the big fucking truck coming? Still 2 hours before I have to sleep, so I don't want to stop there just yet. Okay, now it's 1, and now I gotta sleep the next sleep spot I find. Oh, great. Look at that. Have a rest stop ahead. And we're about 56, 57% fuel. We could probably top off while we're at it, just because. Okay, whew. Placing up garlic and frying them to chips. That kind of reminds me. Last time I went to Boiga Kang, they had Mandalorian and whatever the fuck movie special deal thing, and part of the Mandalorian and whoever the fuck movie special deal thing meal, they had the whole big pack. Like, hey, why don't you eat everything we've designed based on the latest Disney product? So, me being open-minded, was like, sure, I'll eat your Mandalorian and whoever the fuck that is, movie special Whopper and all that. And they're like, okay, here you go. You got the Whopper. It's got fried pickles on it. Like, oh, that sounds nice, actually. And the fried pickles are loaded with garlic. I'm like, okay, interesting choice for fried pickles. I do like garlic, so, you know, we're good here. Like, all right. We also got, the pack comes with chicken fries. Like, okay, chicken fries instead of regular fries. That's an interesting choice. I don't mind the fries, but, you know, I don't mind the chicken fries. We could have some chicken fries. And like, okay. Also, these special chicken fries. Like, they're like the force chicken or something? They're loaded with garlic. Okay. Okay, so you got some extra garlic in there too. Also, you got some potato. Okay. Got some potato and cheese tot things. Like, all right, potato cheese tots. Oh, no problem. That sounds pretty nice. Pretty nice. Good way to cleanse your palate from all that garlic. And like, also, the potato cheese tots are loaded with garlic. Oh, okay. Okay, so there's a lot of garlic in it too. Okay. And here's your dipping sauce. Okay, well, something nice and creamy to help cut the flavor of the garlic after so much garlic is definitely going to be helpful. It's garlic dipping sauce. Like, motherfucker! Whoever designed the Burger King Mandalorian and fuck nugget meal fucking loves garlic. Like, a lot. And no one knew how to tell them no. Oh yeah, I heard about McDonald's removing the soda machines, and they officially said their reason was adjusting to changing customer habits, which is a very, very nice corporate speak way of saying everyone keeps fucking stealing from us. Like, people would ask for water cup, and then they just fill it with soda. Little shit stains. They'd come in with their own cups and fill it with soda. Like, all that stuff. So, yeah. It's just corporate speak for fuck you thieves. We can't trust you anymore, so we're not gonna deal with this shit. As if fast food isn't enough of a ripoff. Yeah, I mean, how much are they going to be saving with that maneuver anyway? Because soda costs, what, 5 cents? Like the soda itself? You make money on the cup. Or you make money back. You're selling the cup. But the soda is practically free. That's the point I'm trying to make. There's a reason why free refills are such a ubiquitous thing. In order to actually drink enough soda that they would lose money on free refills, you would have to drink enough soda to literally kill you. So, I mean, they didn't really worry too much about people abusing the system like that. But if literally enough people are just coming in with cups and taking, like, a lot would have to do that, but still, it's like, fucking A. Which sucks for me, because I like going up to a machine and just getting more soda. I really don't like talking to people. I tell the person, hey, no ice, and they just hear extra ice, and I'm like, fucking A. And then I can't ask for it again because I don't want to talk to them any more than I have to. Like, could you just fill some soda in your hand and throw it in my face at this point? Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of trucking games, does everyone know that Illinois is finally coming? In, like, less than a week at this point, we're getting Illinois. Which tells me that, based on my theories, hopefully we'll be getting... Won't you turn into me? Okay, thank God he didn't. I was really concerned there. We'll hopefully be getting the road trip DLC soon, because finishing Illinois will mean that they'll have Route 66 complete. You got Illinois, got the Route 66 rework project. Getting Illinois before Grand Theft Auto 6. Well, I mean, GTA 6 is better off just delaying to 2027, because 2026 Game of the Year is already locked in with Mixtape. There ain't no way GTA 6 is going to be able to beat the 10 out of 10 perfection that is Mixtape. Though it is nice that I'll be able to actually very directly compare Convent Chronicles Revelation to Mixtape, and be able to say, hey, you call Mixtape 10 out of 10, look at all the shit you could do in Convent Chronicles Revelation, look, the choice you make here actually matters here. This will give you entirely different scenes. These scenes are very much missable. You'll miss most of the optional scenes on your first playthrough. It's not possible to get them all at once. You can miss every, like, there are the achievements that you never miss, and then there's the rest of the achievements, which are all entirely missable. You can go through an entire playthrough and not catch a single one of those. You have the CGs. You have to play through at least 4 times to unlock every CG. You could do that and still miss all of the achievements, because the things you have to do to get the achievements, you actually have to pay attention to the description of the achievement and what it says you need to do to unlock it. It's a little puzzle game in the middle of the game. It's amazing. Mixtape does not even remotely deserve 10 out of 10, but Mouse PI is a 6. Fuck off, IGN. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's like, the big pushback doesn't even really have much to do with Mixtape at all. It's just the showering of praise and awards. It's kind of like if The Last of Us 2 had just come out and was just what it was, and people just said, that game was kind of shit and disappointing compared to the first one, and it took some turns we really didn't like. That would have been fine, but no. It got perfect 10 scores everywhere and every fucking award under the sun. So that's one of the big reasons why there's so much animosity and pushback with The Last of Us 2. It has nothing to do with The Last of Us Part 2. It's all the fucking praise and awards it gets from all of the approved sources. We're like, we get it, you don't fucking understand gamers, you don't have to rub it in our face. I smell bribery? Yeah, that is a greater than 0 chance as well. Now, people are pointing out that most of the games that are celebrated as indie breakout hits, like the vast majority of indie games that you've heard of over the last 10 years that have done really well, are, by definition, not actually indie. Their publishers are huge, for one thing. But most of the time, their funding is in at least the millions. They have, a lot of them have government grants, like this. It's bad. The chances of a game actually being indie and doing well is when you have breakout hits like Peak. That's an indie game. Those are fucking rare. Most of the games that get shown around and given awards at indie ceremonies and such aren't even remotely close to the definition of indie. Pixel art is not what makes something indie. Being independent is what makes something indie. Hello, excellent. Hello, hello, hello. It has been way too damn long. Hopefully it won't be as long next time. I'm just happy that this time I was able to get the stream started almost on time.
What's this?
Thank you for the biddies. Thank you, thank you. I think what qualifies indie to mainstream audiences is not made by EA, Ubisoft, or Sony. Yeah, there's the way that I think of it, and then there's the way it's used. They're not necessarily the same thing. Headlight usage effects. What? Ah, dang it. Didn't have my headlights on. Damn it. They always catch me for that. The thing is, excellent, when it comes to writing, I still just feel like it's the specific prose and the cadence of AI writing is just so off-putting. Like, it would be very difficult for human writing to actually be sloppy enough that I would prefer AI writing. It'd be very difficult to accomplish that. Can you get a Can you get into a police pursuit in this game? No. If the cops spot you committing a crime, the fines are doubled, but the game just keeps going. It doesn't actually stop you. There's no making sure that you keep your hands away from your waistline or else you get shot. Like, that's not how this game goes. Okay. Whew. You've seen fanfiction Cataclysm? I mean, there's that. I haven't really dug too much into fanfiction other than watching really bad movies that seem like they're fanfiction. Oh, speaking of AI writing, though, there was one screenshot I saw for Mixtape that just made me raise an eyebrow. I'm like, it's only one, it doesn't necessarily mean anything, but this one character talking to her cop dad, and the line was... the subtitles there in the screenshot said, This is not a catastrophe, M dash. It's a warning. And I just, like, look at this one screenshot, I'm like, did this motherfuckers use AI to write the goddamn script for this piece of shit? What the fuck? Like, it's only one screenshot. It doesn't necessarily mean anything at that point. But I am mildly concerned. When I see M dashes in subtitles for dialogue, I'm like, people don't pronounce M dashes. They don't belong there. Oh. Oh boy. Do I have a Patreon? Yes, but I need to desperately get my shit together and getting the Patreon rewards going again. I was just trying to get everything normal going again, and I kinda did, but then everything fell apart again. I'm like, fuck. Oh, the Predator. Oh. Ugh. How long till the OnlyFans? Ugh. There's those that write fanfiction using AI. Like, I feel like especially if one is aspiring to be a writer, you need to write. I'm still trying to figure out where AI writing can, like, I'm not. I'm as against AI writing as I am. I still don't want to hold the position of complete zero tolerance. There is no potential use ever. Just decide that and never pursue anything involving it at all. I'm still, like, having a hell of a time trying to think of one, but I generally like it when it comes to things. It's like a lot of times it's for very large scale open world RPGs with, if you want to have a city that's actually the size of a city with a population that's actually the size of a city population, that'll actually have unique personalities and lives and quests and just desires and such. That's ridiculously hard and not worth doing to make it by hand, but to make it with AI, far more likely to actually work. Now, to do it at that scale and actually keep quality high, that's the challenge there. Do the writing, use AI for spell and grammar check. See, even then, I don't really trust AI too much because I found AI really likes to insert its own bullshit. And I'll, like, stop. Using AI as a substitute for lazy, low-effort cash grabs. That's the thing. It's like, when it comes down to it, it's like using AI as what people would say, like, a force multiplier. It's like, yes, that's the thing, but the problem is the race to the bottom that all companies really seem to have the drive for right now. Is like, right now we sit at a point where we have in our hands some of the most amazing technology mankind has ever produced. And we're not using it to create the most amazing, complicated, like, deep shit mankind has ever seen. We're using it to try to replicate the shit we already have, but worse, but a lot faster. Like, that's terrible. That's the worst thing you can do. And you're doing it so much. And it's like the decision to use AI for the art in Convent Chronicles Revelation. That, of course, I knew it was never going to be something that everyone was just going to be okay with it. But if I had to do it, then I wanted to make sure that I was going to be doing it in a way that meant I was actually utilizing the strengths. So, Convent Chronicles Revelation, when it comes out in 1 month or so, it is going to be the world record holder for the most unique pieces of full-screen art used to craft a visual novel ever, and it's not going to be by a small margin. It's a dev team of one, just me, licensed the engine, and then I wrote the story, and I did all the event programming myself and all that fun stuff. And I had to leverage AI for the art, so I leveraged the fuck out of it. Over the course of 2 fucking years. Not more than 2 years, actually. More than 2, less than 3. Though I still think if I had the best focus and just I didn't actually have any other kind of responsibilities, I could just work on Convent Chronicles, probably could have got it all compressed into 1 year. Still, a lot of time, a lot of work. Fast, cheap, views. Sounds like Disney remakes. Yeah. There's a lot of damn trucks on the road today. Make way for Betsy. Should you join the YouTube channel or do the Patreon plan? Can't do both. Well, if I had to pick one, I'd choose Patreon because there's a lot of stuff, at least in the backlog of Patreon posts, that have the podcasts and live feeds and the creepypasta readings, especially those ones. Those are the ones where the value really lies. I feel those are the best but it's still been so long since I've done one. It'd be a bit of a dig to get there. Whereas the YouTube channel members, it's like you get ad-free on YouTube, I think. But that's really the main thing. Whatever happened to Creepy? He walked away from the online kind of stuff. I had a short correspondence with him recently. His life's been lifing. But hey, he's kind of moved on from the whole internet's rat race. He's still doing his writing, though. He's on Substack. Midnight Club 3 dub remix. I don't think I played any Midnight Club game. What's cool if he's... Hey. Ah, crap, turned off my truck. There we go. How's Poulter? Poulter's holding together. I think she was thinking of fucking asshat. I think she was thinking of not fucking asshats. She was thinking of doing a stream tomorrow, maybe. She'd been working on getting Millennia as her in her no summon run with Elden Ring. And yeah, I can tell you, beating Millennia with no summons is... that's a feeling. Of course, Bolton plays Elden Ring with one hand. Always has. So it's going to be a bit tougher for her. Better at games with one hand than you are with two. Yeah. It's kind of hilarious because she'll get stuck on a boss in Elden Ring and she'll feel terrible that everyone's gonna think I suck at this game now. It took me 4 hours to beat this guy. In the meantime, most streamers, it takes them like 2 weeks of being stuck on that guy. It was like, you have any idea how much ass you're kicking? And who was that? There was that Dark Souls 3 boss where I can't remember exactly who it was, but I remember she did a little bit of Dark Souls 3 co-op to get through the dungeon to get to the boss. So her and two randos ran through, tore up all the trash mobs along the way, got invaded a few times, and absolutely ganged up and ganked their invaders. And then they got to the door to the boss, Poulter being the host, jumped off a cliff because she wanted to face the boss on her own. She didn't want to just gang up on the boss and beat him up with two other guys. Like, what do you take her for? I can't remember who the boss was, but it was supposed to be someone who is, like, he's got a bit of a reputation in Dark Souls 3. So, after Poulter's little jump off the cliff to get out of the co-op, she went ahead, faced the guy all by himself, took his ass down first try, and was then like, I thought you guys told me he was supposed to be hard. Ah, thank you, excellent. Yeah, the real ADHD diagnosed before Gen Z. I don't know, I mean, when I was young, they were diagnosing every kid with ADHD, which is why my mother did not believe them when they told them I had ADHD. But it's also one of the reasons why today most people won't take you too seriously if you say you have ADHD as an adult, because they honestly believe that you grow out of it. Even though that's not how it works, but because so many people were overdiagnosed in the 90s, there's this perception that, oh, well, when they were a kid, they had it, but now they don't. It's like, no, they never had it. They were diagnosed without it. But there are those of us who do have it. And if you have it, you fucking have it. It doesn't go away. So she says, fuck you, fuck off, because you're never gonna fuck me, you fucking fucker. That's right. 2 weeks, so they fighting the bosses in their underwear. Half the time, they're out there trying to do the meta and using summons and doing all kinds of stuff. Poulter and I, yesterday, I think. It was yesterday or earlier today. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday, though. She had Twitch on, and she was watching these people playing Elden Ring, and they were fighting Millennia. She's there watching because she's trying to keep Millennia's moveset in her mind, to, like, stay fresh when she's not playing. And she's watching these three people fighting and losing over and over and over again, and she just looks at them and she's like, they're not very good at this game. How many gamepads pulled into screw? We can find gamepads be so cheap made today. I mean, we've gone through quite a bit. I've kind of lost a bit of track. Sadly, like, fucking Xbox Pro controllers, Xbox Elite controllers, are kind of shoddily made. I really liked my Elite controller, but the goddamn thing just did not last. And it's like, motherfucker, this thing costs $200 fucking dollars. And you're telling me the buttons don't fucking work after, like, 8 months? What? €1 toll. Okay, take your euro. I don't give a shit. I got 580,000 euros in the bank. Yeah. Because I'm a Euro trucker. That's what I'm going to be. Eating Belgian waffles. I'm British to you. gonna be nice getting back to American Truck Sim in a bit, though, to drive around Illinois. Make my way to Chicago. Get some pizza. Some proper deep dish. Hell yeah. Chicago deep dish. Right, they got it there on a plate. You gotta eat it with a fork. You have one slice of your fork. Well, it's mostly dough. Just it got the New Yorker in my brain complaining about Chicago pizza. Oh, it was still nicer than when he was talking about California Pizza Kitchen. Ohio soon. I mean, we still got South Dakota and British Columbia. South Dakota and British Columbia have been announced. It's gonna be weird driving Canada, but hell, let's go. I wonder when they're gonna add Mexico. Where do you go? Automod held a message for smart detection. Well, it's cut the message off, so that's gonna help it. Deliver maple syrup to the rugged Mountie man that stole Leo's girl. Oh no. If I could drive around Canada in my forklift, find that Mountie man. What happens with this? Ling is all gone from Walmart. Oh yeah, Walmart ain't got no Yangling no. So I got my Yangling from Market Basket, or as we like to call it around here, mock-up bastards. Where are the mods checking your message? I don't. It's auto mod, so it's twitching. Twitch. What's wrong with Canada? I mean, it's kind of cold. Last time I went there, and I'm like, hey, I just flew in from Texas, and boy, are my arms tired. Doctor in the crowd stood up, looked at me, and said, "Have you considered maid?" I'm like, what the? Get out of here! This is the worst heckler ever. Right, excellent. Don't you crash into me, you son of a... Don't you crash into me. You didn't crash into me. See? You see? I wonder, has anyone ever made a VR version of Super Hang-On? Like, Super Hang-On was another one of the Sega Super Scaler games, right? I want to say it was, but I can't quite. Like, I'm used to playing the Sega Genesis version of Super Hang-On, so that's the one I think of. And the Sega Genesis couldn't do sprite scaling, infamously. There was a proposal internally at Sega when they were finalizing the hardware of the Genesis. There was a prototype Sega Genesis that could do sprite scaling, because that was a pretty big thing in Sega's arcade hardware at the time. It would have made the Sega Genesis much more expensive, though, so they decided, nah, a home console doesn't need that shit. But there's a universe out there with a Sega Genesis that does have sprite scaling. And maybe it did worse because of it, because it was far more expensive, but hey. Learn! I just say sprite scaling is nice. I mean, I've said, there's that AI video that makes the rounds every now and again, showing an open world RPG with pixel art, and in the comments there's always people saying, like, usually it's posted in the OP as they're saying, like, I want a game that looks like this. And in the comments there's a bunch of people saying either that would be so amazing, I'd play the hell out of that. And then you got people saying, well, that's just Daggerfall. And then you got people saying, that is not even possible, this is an AI video, and it is bullshit and slop and couldn't possibly be done. And I've always looked at it like, that is just sprite scaling. I love sprite scaling, and you could easily make an open world RPG that did nothing but sprite scaling for the graphics. It would work. And recently, Combo's AI, the all-in-one AI game-making website, they had a little event where you had unlimited credits for a little bit. So I got in on the ground floor of that, and I made the sprite scaling RPG. It's up there right now, in case you want to play it. Now, it's built entirely around working inside a web browser, and it's 100% vibe coded, so obviously there are limitations. But despite that, despite the fact that I don't have a real engine to work with and it's entirely on a web browser, I do have a large open world made entirely out of scaling sprites, and I do have it running pretty nicely. You got biomes, you got towns, you got dungeons, you got bosses, you got quests, you got all kinds of shit. You can have fun with it. And you got 3 save slots, so you ain't got no excuse for experimenting. Seeing what you can do. Now, what I'd really like to do is actually figure out which real engine would do best with massive amounts of sprite scaling and make that game for real. Not just a vibe-coded web game. No, for a vibe-coded web game, having an open-world RPG is pretty nice. Don't charge for save slots like that one company, nah. They don't even have any monetization options really available on combos.ai or combos.fun. What is it? I don't know what the hell it is. But it's Combos. If you search Google for Combos AI, you'll find it.
What's this?
Where's the game? Well, I do have it linked directly to that game in question that I'm talking about on my Discord. So if you go to my Discord, you go to the AI Slop Trow. I linked all the games that I made on Combos. Because I made that. I also vibe coded up a single level of this game idea I have that it was based kind of around the fact that I was learning what works well and what doesn't on combos. Because I was trying to make several games, and a lot of them didn't really work out because vibe coding up something on a website is honestly not a very good method. But yeah, one of the games I made was Mini Golf 3D Adventure. Thank you for all the biddies. Excellent. Thank you, thank you. One of the games I vibe coded up was Mini Golf 3D Adventure. It's only one level, but it was based around the idea that, okay, this website really doesn't do large amounts of sprite work or detailed 3D animation very well at all. So, what if but it does do physics very well. So I tried to make a 3D platformer / mini-golf game, where you play as the putter and you have to do 3D platforming kind of challenges to open paths that you can then putt through to get your ball to the end of the level. It's a very nice idea for a game, I think, but it's very hard to get the kind of precision you need to craft a good level. Well, shit. Through vibe coding. Yeah, I know. So I only have one level. It's a pain in the ass to get it to do that mostly right, and even then I'm not really necessarily happy with it, but it's there. But the game that I most am proud of, though I think I could still do a few updates to make it better, is a little thing called Into the Abyss, which is just say fucking leave. A procedurally generated infinite FPS with RPG progression that is also infinite. So it's just keep going as far as you can, kicking as much ass as possible, making as much, getting all the XP you can, getting all of the, what's the word I'm looking for here? Getting all the XP, getting all the upgrades. Is that me with the Shatner mask dancing with a Halloween theme? Yes. That GIF is from several of the reviews from the summer of Halloween. Oh, we need to find somewhere to sleep. Bad. Can you make an AI game where you throw rubber ducks into flying bathtubs in the sky? That shouldn't be too hard. Like, the rubber ducks are thrown through it might be hard to get the damn thing to actually get the physics right, because one of the things I was trying to do was a kind of procedural infinite climber with pinball mixed with a shmup. So you have shmup enemies with infinite procedurally generated pinball table. You whack the ball and keep going forever. But for some fucking reason, the damn thing just never, ever even remotely got close to getting the procedural generation of the paddles and the pinball-like level correct. But I feel like I could have got that right eventually, but it was just being a complete nightmare when it came to trying to get the damn physics of the pinball. Because it was just like shooting down to the ground as fast and hard as possible. It kept, what's the words I'm looking for here? Oh yeah, the flipper would go, like, if it was coming down to a flipper and you'd flip a flipper up, it would oftentimes just go right through the ball, and the ball would just keep going down. And it's like, God damn it. Okay. Okay. While we're here, let's just turn this way so I can tag this question mark area. And a recruitment center, yeah. And what do we got over here? Ah, Scania Truck Center. Alright. They're doing something over there. There we go, there we go. Sir. But I think for Into the Abyss, a couple small changes I could make that would really help the experience would be, number one, make it so that enemies no longer are predisposed to sit in the exact same position as each other. Like, especially the little swarming ants. They would be a lot more dynamic and fun to fight if they didn't all coalesce into a single spot and instead spread out into a big swarm. Thank you, Accident. I'll try and check that out later. Currently drinking and driving. But the other thing is I need to fix the enemy progression balance, because right now the curve of enemies gaining hit points and strength is very easily outpaced by the player, and I think I figured out where my miscalculation occurred, because I was basing it on the approximate amount of weapon upgrades that the player had at that point, but I forgot to take into account the amount of level up global damage multiplier the player had at that point. Which was a pretty big problem at floor 30 because that was actually like over 2,000% bonus. So, yeah, there's a reason why things start dying really, really fast late game. I don't mind how much damage the enemies do to the player. If you get in a bad spot, they can easily tear you up. So you're always, like, at a bit of a risk. But enemies die extremely easily in late game, so I gotta fix that. Then maybe I could try and do a little bit of balance around the weapons. Maybe decrease the total spread growth of the shotgun while increasing its power a bit. And give the death ray a piercing effect. I think that would really help those weapon types. Death ray maintaining its width, but having a piercing effect. While the shotgun has its width, but it's not quite as exaggerated. But of course it can be if you keep pushing its pellet count higher. Then that, combined with a higher damage per pellet, would make it a little bit more useful at longer range. And also, considerably more burst damage deadly at really close range, which is very difficult to do and puts you in a lot of risk. And in a game with permadeath, putting yourself in a risky situation, I feel like there should be some kind of reward for that. Am I talking about EDF? No, I'm talking about Into the Abyss, the game I vibe-coded up on combos. I was just thinking of ways I could see about improving the experience and the balance. Though I did use combos as a little test bed for an idea I have for a game inspired by EDF. The working title right now is Annihilation, which ironically is actually a game where things don't get annihilated in a literal sense. Most games, EDF very much included, you have large-scale destruction, but when that destruction is over, it despawns, goes away. It annihilates itself. The point of annihilation is that that never occurs. Everything stays. You got a city? You can tear the whole thing down, and it will all stay torn down where it is. Exactly what happened dynamically. Currently, my little test build on combos has a system set up that can handle 500,000 pieces of unique debris. Fine. It runs at 60 frames a second. When shit's falling down and breaking, it can have some frame drops. This is calculating the physics. But once that's done, it's smooth. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, I fucking knew it. You have any idea just how ridiculously powerful modern hardware is? You wouldn't by looking at modern games. Most of these don't even come close to remotely trying to push hardware. They see more powerful hardware as, oh good, we don't have to optimize as much. But imagine if they did optimize. Think of that. What if someone did optimize? How much more oomph could they get out of hardware as insanely powerful as we have in your fucking phone? Think about that. That's the idea with Annihilation. It's admitting that hardware is really fucking powerful and can do amazing things if you know how to do it. So right now I only have like a little bit of a prototype with the early engine running, but it's looking nice. have a few bugs here and there. I'm trying to think of a way I could see about handling that. The most distracting being that if debris settles in a point that becomes midair, it just kind of stays up there until you mess with it in some other way. Apply some forces here or there, then it'll fall down all the way. But while it's passive, it stays passive and it's just floating in the air, so. The easiest solution to that I can think of is that I should figure out how much compute headroom I have to be able to send a sort of update ticker every frame that goes down the list of the debris. It'll only check so much so it doesn't get overloaded checking every single one, every single frame, because that's how you end up with, like, no frames ever. So, like, have it check 1,000 every frame. 1 second, that's 60,000. 10 seconds, that's 600,000. You've already done more than the entire engine has. So every 10 seconds, it's checked every single bit of debris. Boom. There you go. That's easy enough to do, and if it finds something that is floating in the air effectively, then it can kick in physics to have it calculate itself down, and we won't have to worry about big floating things in the air anymore. I'm just saying, like, I can think of ways to mathematically squeeze the most oomph out of things as much as I can. Why no movie review this week? Well, I have the Borderlands movie review. It's been fighting, and life has been fucking crazy. Things have not gone nearly as smoothly as they should, and I've been struggling to just keep my sanity. In the meantime, I've been trying to keep work going on Convent Chronicles Revelation. So I'm trying, like, that is, like, top priority, because I am right there. I am in crunch time with Convent Chronicles Revelation. The story goes all the way to the end. I need to polish it up from beginning to end. I need to make sure everything works as good as it can. And I unfortunately ended up in a point where, for almost a week, I was, or it might have been a little more than a week actually, around a week, we'll say, I couldn't figure out how the hell to get Steam achievements to work. I had them working through the editor. That they were up, they were doing it, I got things achieved, and it seemed to be fine. So by the time I uploaded the review build to Steam, I only had 5 achievements that I personally hadn't achieved yet. So I was using those to just check to make sure, like, I was like, okay, I'll go through, I'll get those last ones, and be like, boom. I just wanted to be a completionist for my own game. And, the achievements were not tagging. And a first few ones went, and I wondered if I didn't quite get things the way I was supposed to. And I went ahead and I double-checked and figured out, no. I did do everything I was supposed to. It is set up the way that worked before. It just wasn't working anymore. So I ended up banging my head against the wall, trying desperately to figure out what the hell to do, because unfortunately for me, Visual Novel Maker is not the most widely used visual novel, like, program, an engine out there. It's very good for what I needed. I really like how everything has come together, and I feel like I've done very well with it. But trying to find things for my specific issues was harder because it was a less. It's like if I was using RedP, I'm pretty sure I would have found something like very quick. But then there was the problem of all the fucking AI helpers out there and how fucking useless they are. So I was trying to Google it. Google went and like, oh, well, we'll just get Gemini on this problem right away. And so I'm like, okay, fuck it. Let's see if Gemini can figure this out. I'm going back and forth with Gemini, trying to get the issue resolved, and Gemini is being so fucking detrimental. And I was like, okay, Gemini, I can't get achievements to work here. I got this, that, and that. What do you got for me? And Gemini was like, oh, that's simple. Well, first you need to open the Steam console, and then you have to insert this command, and that'll fix things right up. And I'm like, Gemini, the command you told me to type in, it doesn't exist. That is not a command in the Steam console. Gemini, I shit you not, was like, oh, right. It's actually plural. Yeah, you put an S on the end of that. Then it'll work right away. Gemini, that is also not a command on the Steam console. Well, they must have had an update or something. I don't know what to tell you. So that didn't work out. Eventually, I accidentally ended up on ChatGPT. I was trying to go back to Gemini, but ChatGPT is like paying for ad space on Google, and like they turn into the first result when you search for Gemini sometimes. So I ended up on ChatGPT, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. It's a different AI. Let's see.
It was all just a dream.
Let's see. Thank you for the sub, excellent. Thank you. So I'm like, okay, ChatGPT. Let's look at this from a different angle. Let's just tell ChatGPT, okay, I'm using Visual Novel Maker. I'm trying to get achievements to work on my completed game by using Steamworks.js. How do I do that? I'm not telling it where I am in the thing before. I'm just trying to get it to tell me how to accomplish it from these parts. See if that gets anywhere. Doesn't. It's there telling me to do this, that, this. And I'm like, oh, God. And then it's like, oh, well, just go in there and just hit the console and check what the things are saying with any kind of error codes or anything like that. Just press F12. And I'm like, GPT, I have it working with the Steam overlay. F12 does not bring up the console, it takes a screenshot. And then ChatGPT was actually helpful. It told me, press Control-Shift-I, and that will bring up the console. And it did! So then I was sending it the error messages I was getting, and it was telling me to do all this stupid bullshit that didn't help anything. And then I decided, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna look at these error messages myself. And I'm checking, and I'm looking, and it's like, okay, what's my problem? It's telling me that this is not declared at this point. It's telling me that this hasn't been specified over here. It's telling me that this is being called here, even though it's already been called there. So I'm checking, and the console sends me right to the files, right through the directories, and I see exactly where it is. And so I eventually figure out, based on looking at the error messages my fucking self, what the fuck to do to get it to work. And, well, yeah, Jova, the Visual Novel Maker works through Electron, which works through JavaScript and CoffeeScript. Well, the thing is, Jovant, the variables were declared, but the thing is the way a production build of a Visual Novel Maker game works is why having it declared in the editor worked fine, but having it declared in the full game, the variable was declared, but it had to be declared in multiple places. There was a reason why I could run the game. It admitted I was playing the game. It was able to do all that stuff just fine. Like, hey, you're playing Combat Chronicles Revelation on Steam. Like, yes. Here's the Steam overlay. Yes. All of this is working fine. Yes. Achievement? No. But when it was running in the game, the script running through the game Electron environment, in that section, the variable of what is Steamworks, what is an achievement, what game are you playing in your Steam app ID, none of that was declared in that part, which is why the achievements didn't work. So I had to go into the scripts. I had to go into the JavaScript folder, which fortunately the specific, it's got a shitload of JavaScript files in there named all kinds of random letter number combinations. Very fortunately, the one I had to mess with was named scripts.js. That was the one it was having problems with. So when the scripts command is called, scripts knows what the hell it's talking about because we've had the declaration there. Well, the thing is, Jovans, the variables were declared globally, but in Visual Novel Maker, global doesn't mean global. The scripts exist inside the scene, which works under its own compartmentalized rules. So even though the variables were declared in the global environment, it didn't matter in that spot. It didn't know what the variable was. I had declared that in the main.js file. The primary startup, things are going, what's one of the first things we do? We declare what these variables are. It was there. I had it. But inside that spot, it didn't care. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Okay, I thought we had a possible roadblock here. We're good, we're good. ChatGPT works, but it really needs to be told like talking to a 3-year-old. That I was telling you. One called Midjourney is supposed to be really good, but it's behind a paywall. I've heard good things about Midjourney, but I've only heard of Midjourney as an image generation platform. I didn't know it had any kind of actual LLM functionality. When it came to image generation, I just did everything locally with Stable Diffusion. Wrote the same prompt asking a web app to play video files and using hand gesture in front of camera to pause and play the video. Gemini code worked better than ChatGPT. I always feel like just... I don't really trust AI coding too much. The Combo's vibe-coded projects, it's that's the website, that's what you do. I'm not gonna be able to do too much with that. But when it comes to the idea of actually having a product, I feel like, okay, you really need to do some hand coding if you want to have anything complicated and serious. I feel like vibe coding, AI-assisted coding, the amount of crap it tends to do usually means that even if you are coming from a position of knowing how to code and being able to go in and fix stuff, you'd spend so much time fixing stuff that you're better off just writing it correctly the first way yourself. Like, one thing that I'm upset about with Into the Abyss is the fact that all of the rooms are rectangles. But that is because that's how Boo decided to vibe code it up. Like, the AI assistant on combos, Boo. I had described from the get-go what I was going for. But along the way, Boo decided that that's really very ambitious and difficult, and just to get the prototype out of the way, it would be better to do something much simpler. And by better to do something much simpler for the prototype, what they meant was hard code in deep into the engine that rooms are 4 walls. And in order to fix that, we'd have to pretty much rewrite the whole goddamn engine from scratch. It was like, you fucking... So, at that point, I decided, okay, fuck it, we're gonna use the 4 walls. We're gonna do the best damn 4-wall rooms we can. I can't have all the variety I wanted, but... fuck it. It's not that important in this. Ah, the big old bridge. 237 kilometers to go. We're making money today. service display? Do I have a dream car? I'd love to have a nice manual transmission Lotus. I don't care what kind. Just but I just like the Lotus, like any Lotus, but specifically if I can also enjoy a manual transmission along with it. I haven't followed cars enough to really know exactly, but I know that was a recent-ish one that I was looking at it like, if I had billions of dollars, I would get this car. Right now, I'm just like, if I had hundreds of thousands of dollars, I would get a Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road with a 6-speed manual transmission. See, excellent. Thank you for stopping by. Do they sell Lotuses in the U.S.? I mean, when you're paying over $500,000 for a car, they better. Like, I'm assuming they have shipping. Windsock back there said it was blowing that way. That windsock says it's blowing that way. That windsock... No! What way is the wind blowing? That windsock said blowing that way. Ah! I hate these windsocks. Center, and we got a little hop on a ferry. Oh boy. Whatever way you want to go, all the ways, I something fierce too. Uh-oh. Go, 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 go. I have time for this. And I remember I really liked, like, I just had a lot of fun with the old Sega Genesis game Lotus Turbo Challenge. And then playing Forza Motorsports. I had the opportunity to purchase Lotus there, and oh, the Lotus is such a fucking ridiculously engineered thing. It was a lot of fun learning how to drive that thing without fucking everything up. So, I really like the Lotus. So we can get a little nap on the boat along the way, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to really do too much, but let's see. We could sleep right here, but if we do that, we won't catch any Z's on the boat. So let's be efficient about this. Just collapse, power nap on the ferry. We're not even going that far, so I don't know how much sleep we're gonna get. Get me, come through, get me. Woohoo! Okay, we're an hour and 45 minutes. Let's go. How much rest that give us? Okay. Well, we have 13 minutes to our destination, so we're good. Yeah, it's right over there. In Force of 4, I bought like 10 different Mercedes E-classes, all different builds for some reason. Oh boy, what's this? Drift build, drag build, and a bunch of other versions you barely remember. That sounds fun. Go without wind socks and feel the wind in your toes. God damn it. Sir, go faster, please. We speed limit, sir, go. That light turned red. How's the game coming? I'm currently trying to get Steam to review the mostly final build, and at least admit that it's not a porn, so I can then finish the final build. Well, not final, like, there's probably still going to be some typos and some little mistakes here and there that will have to be patched out. And, of course, I still got to do the translations to Japanese and Brazilian Portuguese. But the English version will still come out. Like, I'm not going to wait until I have the translations to release. It's primarily an English kind of thing. And as long as I haven't... If I can make sure that the primary, like, there's no errors in the primary thing, then it'll be easier to translations. So, thinking maybe a month? Hopefully. Where do you need it? Right there? That ain't nothing. Let's do this shit. Wait a minute. I was getting hopeful. Damn it. A little bit tougher than I was hoping. You serious? Yeah, those birds look terrible. Oh, I cannot wear the hats, I'm afraid. Okay, what do we got in terms of jobs? This is terrible. Okay, jobs are kind of shit here. So, that's beautiful, but that's coming from Porto. That's 706 grand. There's no way I can even fast travel over there, is there? 167 euros a kilometer. 706,000. What? 54-ton log stacker. This is... How do I fast travel? How the hell do I fast travel? How the hell do I fast travel? Well, use a quick travel. Okay, does that mean that it's still there? We'll find out in a second. This looks like a yes. Get this job and get a nap. Come on, Betsy. Five kilometers. We can do it. Got a rest stop right there. Yeah, we got this. Little Texas trucking, just to be sure, to be safe. But the oh, this is going to be interesting to get out of here. Whew. Yes, I will take that job worth 700,000 goddamn euros. Holy sh... Okay. Okay, we desperately need to sleep now. But we couldn't have slept before grabbing this because then we wouldn't have the job. They give us 134 hours to deliver, so that's good. Hopefully we'll be able to get a free sleep in. That's what we need. Yeah, it's no problem. Betsy can handle it. Let's go. They didn't like the way the soldier turned out. Oh yeah, the soldier review. I don't know, it's just it's very, very early. Early Decker Shado kind of. I see the concern in my eyes. I see the worry I have as to exactly how well I'm going to be able to. Fucking. Oh, fuck you. Sir, you see the big fucking truck here. Maybe calm your shit. Just a suggestion. Why you got so many fucking gates? Why? Come on. I just need to get in here, and these assholes are kind of in the way. My fucking God. Now this is a nightmare to try and fit in there. Let's just drop this thing right here. Hope no one steals it. Then we can go find a place to sleep. Ugh. God damn. Yeah, low air pressure, that's nice. Okay, air pressure's fine now. Okay. Now to get the hell out of here and back on the road. We got most of a tank of gas. We are rested. We have 58 hours and 54 minutes estimated travel time. 125 hours and 30 minutes until we're late on delivery. Okay, now let's try and... we should be fine keeping this rate. There we go. Whew. Okay, we got our big fucking heavy fucking thing back fucking there. And it's time to carry it all the way. Whew. Kind of close one there. That guy sticking his nose out the intersection like that. Yeah, 54 hours is a pretty long haul. We did already lose quite a few hours right out of the gate by taking a nap. But it was either that or it would be too late to pick up the job, so what are you going to do when there's 170 euros a kilometer? That's a fucking lot of money. $4,230 kilometers. Yeah, that's the distance. At 173 euros a kilometer. Whew. Ah, damn. Big old heavy haul, long haul. Motherfucker, pick a lane! Oh, I swear, they got the AI drivers down perfect in this game. Brakes! Well, we'll just see when they go. And okay, yeah, we should be able to go now. Fuck. Start this big old Betsy from a standstill. Okay, you can turn off your emergency lights anytime now. We're not having that big of a problem. Goddamn, stay in your lanes, jackass. Well, there goes my transmission. Okay. That road rage the Texas way. Go slowly. Oh, crap. There we go. Okay.
so many toins? Stop twisting and toining. I got a big old heavy thing that this doesn't make go boom. Please, can we go find where their Autobahn is and drive that the entire way? I would like that. Is this what am I? I don't know what to... Cool. God! Who the fuck? Asshat! That's absolutely not my fault, okay? These guys just drive up behind me and start smashing into my ass. I'm here trying to drive carefully. They're driving carefully up my butt. Yeah, the goods aren't damaged. The trailer's a little busted up, but... Betsy took a little bit of a hit there. Other than that, we're okay. Guys, I'm hauling like 58 tons of bullshit over here. Have I jackknifed your Betsy? I think I have, but can't quite remember exactly when. Or did you mean like this stream? I don't think so. The nice thing about driving around in Portugal and Spain is the speed limit generally goes up to 90 kilometers an hour instead of 80. As it ain't wind socks doing whatever the hell they want. Frontier plane hitting a guy on the runway? I did not hear about that. Oh, the beautiful road. It just goes. And so do we. We've only killed a few people today. I probably deserved it. A good day. I was on the runway, plane was screaming down it, and splatted like a bug on a windshield. Oof. That's a pretty terrible way to go. Yeah, planes go fast.
this guy would hurry the fuck up. No! Brakes! Not you! You psycho bastard! Gonna brake check me right fucking there? I'm already fucking shitting my pants trying to not run into the back end here. And you're there like, hey, you know what then? This guy's coming up behind me really fast. Tires squealing really loud. Maybe I'll hit my fucking brakes. Sounds like a plan. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay. I'm good.
Don't hack off your limbs.
I was about to hack off theirs.
He was probably just nutsos in the butsos.
Seems likely. I keep getting worried that that's a fine whenever I hear that. Jellyfin. I cannot say I have. I have no idea what Plex is either. Yeah, I get a little concerned when things are described as free, as usually there's the hidden insidious costs. Like, Twitter is free, but your soul. Right. Looks like it should be raining sometime soon, but I still have... Oh, God! What the... Whoa! Flying! What the hell was that? I feel like that was not my fault. As far as I can tell, Joven, I hit the seam where one piece of road connects to the other. Okay. I think I understand. Okay, we got 6 hours till we gotta sleep, 121 hours till we're late, 54 hours to deliver. And we're only 3,900 kilometers left to go. Oh, it's a big, valuable delivery we're doing here. I should check. What's the... Yeah, there's not really any points where I could... Like, if we were going east, I might be able to detour down and get some sleep taking some ferries, but nah. I forgot to check though. Is there? Do we have any of those spots marked where it's like, oh yeah, we got map coming up, but we haven't actually filled it out yet? Not really. Like, I don't think we're gonna get all of Russia. I don't have that marked really. Sometimes in American Truck Sim you can see when, probably right now if I were to fire it up, you'd see Illinois like look like it's part of the game, but I just don't own it yet. Versus how it's looked before, which is just not part of the game at all. That's usually how things happen when they add a new state to American Truck Sim. Sir, it's 80, 80, fucking 80 space. Why? Why you go so slow? Hey. You know, if you had let me get up to speed, to maintain my speed, this uphill wouldn't be so bad. You bastard. Bastard ass bastard, what you bastard ass. Okay, we're evening out. Here we go. 5 hours, over half a tank of gas. We're good. With that payday, I'll be able to buy another garage and some more trucks and expand Euro Betsy even further. It's going to be amazing. Though when Illinois drops, and then we immediately buy every garage in Illinois, and just we're getting money hand over fist in America. It's only going to take like a couple more streams of American Truck Sim, and we'll own every single employee. And then it's just going to be buying all of the garages and upgrading them just for the fuck of it. And it's just, yeah, it's just going to be a lot of employees, a lot of trucks, a lot of garages. Just going to own everything, as you do. And then we're just going to continue making shitloads of money. Because that's what the experience of being a trucker is like. Being filthy, fucking, stinking rich. Hell yeah. When it comes to trying to polish up my writing, there's an interesting aspect of it. It is honestly surprisingly exhausting. Oh yeah, I mean, from what I've seen on the forums of American Truck Sim, one big difference, besides the fact that you can kill an entire family and like just smash through police officers, and it's just like a minor inconvenience in this game versus reality. One big difference between American Truck Sim, Euro Truck Sim, and real trucking is when it comes to the pay per mile. Here, this job is giving us 170 euros a kilometer. A job very similar to this in reality would be lucky to give you like €1.70 a kilometer. That's one reason why some of the most popular mods for truck sim games is realistic economy, where they just make it a hell of a lot harder because pay is not nearly as high. But this is mostly a video game. It's mostly a video game. It's not really much. I mean, it's a simulator, and you're trucking in it, but it's mostly a video game. You're playing a video game. You're doing challenges. You're getting points. There you go. Of course, there's Spreadsheet Simulator, Microsoft Flight Sim career mode. He's a regional trucker, spent a day with him once. There's a kid. It's fun riding around a huge semi listening to Howard Stern. If you got IRL wages, you wouldn't have fun and wouldn't buy the DLC. Yeah.
they're trucking in VR being miserable, and I was like, would you like to do that in more roads? Like, no! No, I wouldn't, actually. Fuck out of here with that shit. Come on, where is it? Where is it? Something, somewhere around here. Something. Oh, okay, it is. Hours to nap time. This game has led to anyone becoming a trucker IRL. Well, if I can ever get around to getting my CDL, then yes. But, you know, getting a CDL is also a little bit expensive. But I've been thinking, like, hey, that'd be fun, actually. That'd be nice. Just actually get licensed. And we can go forth, do some trucking. Hell yeah. I'd love to do some Texas trucking IRL. I could actually go to Buc-ee's. Damn. Actually, I couldn't go to Buc-ee's because I'd be in a truck. Damn. But, okay. Well, I go anyway. But, like, I'd have to, I'll park near Buc-ee's and then go to Buc-ee's. Yeah, there was a in the America-Japan Twitter merge. Japan, some people in Japan discovered Buc-ee, and they were asking like, "What is this?" So I told them, "Buc-ee-san wa America no kami da yo." Buc-ee is America's god. You slow bastards. Why are you bastards being so slow? Yeah. You weren't so slow, you wouldn't have to worry about me passing the ass up like that. Ah, damn it, toll booth. Oh, we must be reaching France. Brakes! Brakes! Ah! Oh, fuck. Okay, well, the goods are still intact. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Did I see Japan next discover all the different kinds of barbecue in America? Oh, yeah. Hello? Hello, hello? Had a little bump there. It's no big deal, no big deal. mill in one piece, mostly. Whoa, why is the skull looking at me like that? A little freaky.
And the body count rises.
Thank you, Father. Thank you, thank you. Here we go. Well, I mean, streaming while trucking, I don't think it's illegal, but I do know it's against Twitch's TOS. Way back when, years ago, there were people who would stream while driving, and yeah, Twitch put an end to that, citing that it's dangerous. I don't know if there was ever an accident, but even if there wasn't, I'm pretty sure Twitch was just trying to nip that in the bud just in case. There's some people who still stream while driving. Well, are they driving or are they in a car? Because there is that little wiggle room where if you're in the passenger seats, you can stream. But if you're driving, no. Anywhere type of VR headset do you use? Well, I am using a Quest 3. I use virtual desktop to do PC VR. Now, I heard there were some updates to make the VR mode just kind of work with the regular install of Euro Truck Sim, but I go into the betas and select the Oculus branch to be able to get it to go. That's what I had to do when I started, and that's what I'm just still doing because it still works. I think how strong PC you needed to. I mean, mine's beefy enough, but it's not the craziest, and it all depends on exactly how far you're willing to dial back the graphics. Like, this could look better if I had the scaling set higher, but the problem is I don't have a strong enough computer to do that, so I just deal with the jaggies. Yeah. Oh, he can just merge through things. What? Guys, if you're gonna box me in, I swear. Wait, Dima's gonna be a dad? Well, congratulations. How did I miss that? Whoa, whoa. Come on, Betsy. What the heck? Hello, UK Gaming, TTV. Ooh. Here we go. Yeah, when it comes to exactly how powerful of a thing I got going for VR, it's not a low-end build, I wouldn't think, but like I got an Intel, I got a i9-9900K, powerful Intel CPU from 2019. Now the graphics card is a 4060 Ti 16. Ah, jeez, gotta work the
neutral to get the air pressure going again. Wife is due in September. Nice. Another fellow VR player in ETS 2. It's the only way to fly. I also fly in VR, but yeah. Mostly like trucking. I like flying, but... Well, I don't have to pay attention to the road and care about using brakes when flying. Not unless you land. In which case, yes, you gotta care about your brakes and paying attention. Oh yeah, I use the air suspension simulation. Doesn't usually come up too often, but occasionally after, especially after I've damaged my truck a bit, I'll wake up from the nap and it'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, your air's all wonky, but you better do something about that or else you're not moving. Oh. I also do have the truck stability set to be a bit more unstable than default, but not maximum instability because that is just ridiculous. But maximum instability, I should say. Unstability isn't the word. What am I talking about? Is that another toll? We are in France, aren't we? It's nothing but tolls as far as the eye can see. Oh, well, no, it's still... I mean... First American who I'd understand. Don't have good English hearing, and that's hard. I can hardly understand myself sometimes. My whole thing is I've been... It's like I was born in Vermont, and I grew up in Pennsylvania. Now I'm living in Texas, and like all my media comes from New York and California. But I just got every accent. Oh yeah, we're definitely in France. Bordeaux. So we have the 90km/h speed limits, but we got tolls every 20 feet. Yay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I visited Finland in 2005 and 2006, and one of the big differences when I showed up in 2006 were all the Lordy posters everywhere, and I was like, what the hell happened? That's when I learned about Eurovision. Seen them live in the UK in Manchester. Nice. Unfortunately, I don't think they really tour America anymore. Right after their big win in Eurovision, they did do an American tour. I didn't have nearly enough money to be able to go see them at the time. By the time I was financially solvent,
which I no longer am, but at that point in time I was. For the period of time in my life where I was able to justify purchasing tickets and going to a concert, they weren't doing American tours anymore. Didn't necessarily hit in America, which is like, oh, that sucks.
And the body count rises.
Thank you for follow. Thank you, thank you. I'm a big fan of heavy metal and horror, so Lordy kicks ass. What can I say? Like, so I tell my mother-in-law. She's like, "What's that band you like again? Lordy, Lordy?" And I'm like, it's just Lordy, just Lordy. And she brings friends over, and I'm there, and she's there like, "Hey, here's my son-in-law. He likes a band called Lordy Lordy." I'm like, it's just Lordy, please. Ah, shit. Always with the brakes. Well, shit. It's like, I don't mind the speed limit in France, but the problem is I can't ever maintain it. I guess it'd be easier if I was driving something with a lighter load. But, yeah. That ain't this. How much does this thing weigh? 58 tons? There was an AVGN episode with Lordy in it? Nah, I stopped watching AVGN way too early then. I've seen the AVGN episode with Lloyd Kaufman. Gotta slow this down again. Well, at least here the just go lane is where I'm already lined up, so that's nice. Huh. I did not know that the AVGN knew of or was presumably a fan of Lordy. That's kind of cool. Was there a Lordy video game or something? Like, why would he have them on? Like, what's going on? I'm confused. Nope. I think he was just excited to go to the concert. Fair enough. Okay, 3,333 kilometers to go. 103 hours before we're late. Hungarian, we have a GPS voice who's a stun-up man. He's like a dumb Master 99. Like, when he's speeding, he'll shout, "Ah, we on a racetrack with a race truck!" Yeah, I was always wondering if my GPS knew when I was going a little bit above the speed limit, but it's like, hey, you know what? I'm in Texas. That's more of a suggestion than anything. Besides, it's kind of hard for me to say I'm driving safe when there's all these people coming up behind me going like 40 miles an hour faster than I am. So it's like, okay, I gotta do something about that. Back up to speed. Now, there's probably going to be another toll in 5 seconds. Stay in the lane, stay in the lane. How many mods am I using? 0, actually. Well, unless you count the beer. That kind of modifies the experience. I just like a nice drive. Now, I have been wondering, like, are there any... every once in a while I check to see, like, okay, do we have any 1-to-1 ratio mods? Just like, it's just we drive around as long as it actually drives. Like, let me have a nice drive here. And it's like, Becca, what are you, crazy? You're already driving like 4 hours here. I'm like, yeah, but I could drive longer. It'd be fun. Have a grand old time. I mean, heck, I already fly for 6 hours in Microsoft Flight Sim. I may as well drive for 12. Actually, I think the longest flights I've ever taken in Microsoft Flight Sim are like 17, 18-hour flights, but I never actually completed them, so I don't know if that counts. I have completed 6-hour flights, though. In VR, of course. Ah, dangle, dangle. Have all the mods. Brain is not braining all the time. Oh, brakes. Oh, okay. I want to play in your mind is, can I put into this game? Internet or this or something? 32 mods. Yeah. Okay. So I try and look at the mods, and a lot of times, like, I see the graphics mods, but it's like, okay, I've barely got this running as well as I can in VR right now. I have no idea if any of the graphics mods are really going to be a good idea or a bad idea. And then there's the things where it's like real-world brands. And I'm like, I don't care enough about that to bother modding it in. Like, I wouldn't mind it, but I honestly just don't really care. Like, if it's gonna mean that I have to download some texture packs and install them, then eh. Use real world brands mod because it makes it more realistic to you. I mean, I know it is like the little things here and there, but I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at it like in VR, especially. I look at these trees and they look very fake. So I don't think seeing real world brands really convinced my brain. Like that's not the thing that's taking me out of the experience. Email trucker says India 240. I'm looking forward to road trip mode in American Truck Sim, just so I can drive around in some nice American muscle cars. So if I could mod in a Lotus, I'd do that like instantly. It's just, here we go, boom. Hop in the back of the Lotus and gone. Probably not survive that, but that's not important. I saw the Spy Who Loved Me, saw the Lotus, and was like, what is that? See, for me, it was just when I was a wee little lad, and I played me some Sega Genesis Mega Drive for the Europeans. One game I had was Lotus Turbo Challenge, which was just a kind of pole position clone style thing where you just go, and you gotta beat the time. You get extra time at the checkpoints, and there's little turbo pickups, and it's just drive fast. A very simple game, but it's fun. And that just kind of burnt Lotus into my brain ever since. And then much more recently, playing Forza Motorsports, I saw they had a Lotus, and I was like, hey, Lotus, I remember you. Let me try out this Lotus in this racing game here. And oh my god, did I suck at it. The Lotus is a very insanely engineered machine. They're like, okay, what this car needs is power. All the power. And put all the power up its ass. And that's how you make a Lotus. And once you get the hang of driving one, oh boy, is it fun. And I got the hang of driving it, and oh boy, was it fun. So I'm just like, hey, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to get me a Lotus at some point. I'd like to drive a Lotus in VR, but unfortunately, Forza Motorsport doesn't have a VR mode. And I did not check if Gran Turismo 7 has a Lotus. That might be worth checking. of Gran Turismo 7. What did I say? I don't know. You can build a Peterbilt with 2,000 horsepower if you know what's happening. Yeah, the thing is, I like Texas trucking, but I also, I don't know. I'm not too keen on the 10,000 horsepower engine mods. I'm like, let's see how fast I can go with the stuff actually built in a game. With its intention is just you're trucking. Ah, that's right, Jake. There's summer coming up. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to do something about that. I know what would make this game much more immersive. If it actually had hand tracking and it saw me gripping my wheel, my arm, and beer tracking, and I could see the beer in my hand. That would be the ultimate immersive trucking experience. Hand tracking and beer tracking. Hello, Game Master Nintendo. Hello. Here's the problem. That's the bell for quitting time. Generally, I go for. But at the same time, I'm here like, I just got in. It's been so long since I streamed. I'd really like to just keep going. But this particular job was like 4,000 kilometers. And we still have 3,000 kilometers left. Now, when I got this job, it was an hour to quitting time. Which tells me we have about 3 hours of driving left. Which means this is a perfect job that I should have taken at the beginning. To be able to be like, hey, look at me go. Look at how much I have earned on this super long haul job. It's amazing. We did one job all stream, but it paid so much. I mean, how many times do you find a job that pays 700,000 euros? I don't think very often. But if I quit now, theoretically I can come back to this. I just have to do it before they have another patch. Otherwise, I lose the $700,000. In Europe, you spend the whole week in jail if they notice this. You have zero tolerance. Except Germany, but they live it on beer. Yeah, no. When I bought the beer at the store today, the clerk there, young guy, he was about to give it myself, and then he stopped real quick and was like, wait, hold on, and he like had to bag the beer, and he was like, if we don't bag alcohol, we might get a fine. And I'm just thinking like, your manager told you about that, huh? Yeah, well, no one actually gives a fuck, but, thanks. Dark Pals, the first floor. I have not heard of that. Oh, flip off traffic when someone cuts you off. That'd be beautiful. That'd be beautiful. The hand tracking has so many uses. Man, I just want to keep driving, but I know I have to stop, and it's sad. It's sad. On the plus side, I can keep working. You know, I still have all that work I still have to do on Convent Chronicles, working on the polishing of, finishing off Chapter 6, and then, you know, continuing on through Chapter 17. It's going to take a while, and I got a lot of work to do there, but... Man. There's so much still, like, there's so much in the story that I don't want to spoil, but it's like, we're so close to release. There's so much that I didn't mention on the initial reveal that has been revealed in the demo. There's so much that I still haven't talked about that is in the full game. And do you have a question? Well, I just realized there's a sandwich over there. I remember I put that there. Do I know Balkan's mentality? I cannot say I even know what that means, so I have to say no. I do not. Also, did Tara just jump off the? Yeah, Tara did. And there she went. Okay, you're coming to my lap now. Okay. That's also what we need, cat tracking. I can look down and see my cat here. Instead of heading an invisible phantom. A fuzzy phantom, but a phantom. Who needs drunk driving? Cat driving is where it's at. So I know I swerved back there, but Kitty went in a scritch. That's right. Big thing of going over the rough draft and trying to polish it up is trying to keep in mind show don't tell. That's a big one. But the people who don't want to live a boring life and we're drinking with the bros, if they turn 14 or 16, just wonder why in the USA you need to be 21 to drink a cold beer? With only 18, I guess you need to be normal at the age of drinking while you're too young. Well, in the United States, it is a bit odd because I remember when I went to Finland learning about how you kind of have staggered age limits on drinking. It's like, okay, at this age you can have beer. At this age you can have like a wine cooler. At this age you can have hard liquor, and it makes a little bit more sense. But in America, it's 21 means it is like the age entirely. You can't even have like a tiny sip of the weakest alcoholic beverage before then. But at that point, boom, you can have the hardest damn moonshine mixer you can think of. And it's just kind of insane. And in practice, that's not actually how it works out. People are drinking beers at 14. But yeah, the law is like, no, you gotta. Whoa. The law is 21. No more, no less. Okay, well, okay, actually, yes, more, but no less. You're right, we don't accept this too, but we do it because why not? And that's why I married 21 at the time to live. Now this is the time to build something. You know, I said, yep. What the? Oh, that's my problem. Get over in the right lane here. Pay the slow toll, because I'm gonna have to go over there and take a nap. In theory, or is that guy taking up my space? Uh-oh. Or is there another? Uh-oh. We're good? I think we're good. Okay, there's another space. Hopefully we don't destroy this guy's truck. Hopefully. Okay, we won't. Whew. Okay. We're good. Don't have a problem with 21 retaliates. Okay. What's more, we needed 2 because too dumb to live. Not all. Too many people in Europe. Sorry if I heard someone. I am too drunk right now. We got 2,700 kilometers to go. What time? Oh, man. Yeah, we are not going to make it. Like, if I were to keep going, I'd have to keep going for like 3 more hours. So, that's where I'm like, Like, if it was 20 minutes, I'd be like, okay, let's go. But it's 3 hours. Have a good night, Zoti. I mean, night, yes? On it, Balkans? I'm night over here, so I know, like, Europe is, like, there. But I'm real late night over here. But not everyone has the same sleep schedule. Least of all me. But good night, good night. Good night, everyone. Thank you for watching I, Shado, and remember, you gotta finish the super long haul to actually get the 700,000 euros. Beer is good. Why do we have to wait to 21? It's too damn good. Okay, let's see. Do we have any potential raidables going on? Ah! Whoa. There goes my head. Let's see.
Do. Okay. All right, looks like... Is that right? Has Pixels to Paper been streaming for 21 hours? Or has everyone been streaming for under 30 minutes? Anyway, we're going to Queen G. She's playing some Mouse BF for hire. So let's just say, hi, how's it going? How you doing? Really liking your new model. Very swanky. And a good night, everyone.